Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome back to the channel. I put my hair up today, which I don't normally do, but I don't know, what do you guys think? I'm kind of feeling it today. But today is October 31st. It's Halloween. I can't believe it. This month has completely flown by, but I'm so excited. This is like one of our favorite holidays. Me and my boyfriend, he's really into Halloween. Like, he just really loves like the spooky vibes. And I also think it's a great holiday, just like the time that it falls on in the year. Like, I feel like this is the best weather, the most fall-y vibes, and I'm so happy. Unfortunately, I don't think it's like very much a thing in Korea. Like, there's some stores that are a little bit decorated and stuff, but obviously there's no trick-or-treating. It's not like a traditional thing, and otherwise it's mostly just kind of like a going out like party holiday. But we've sort of made this like mini tradition now over a couple of years of like taking the day off on Halloween and usually doing something fun. And so today I think we're gonna get lunch at a place that's like decorated that we saw on our like neighborhood walk. We kind of just like saw a restaurant and it had like this cute ghost inside and stuff, and so I think it'll be pretty festive in a Halloween way. And then I think we're gonna explore like a different part of the city, just kind of enjoy the fall weather, and maybe grab a coffee, things like that. I'm just really excited. Pulled out sort of like a cozy fall sweater for this. You guys might have seen this one on my channel before, but it's a Polo Ralph Lauren vintage sweater and I'm absolutely obsessed with it. Would recommend if you're coming to Seoul to thrift or find these vintage, because there's a ton here. Anyways, I'm excited to bring you guys along today. I realized that I tend to vlog a lot on like busy days or like days where I'm working, mostly because I feel like a lot of my channel is sort of talking about my job and talking about school and stuff, but then I find that I don't really have any video footage of like days that I really enjoyed and like that were for fun, and I feel like ironically those are actually the days I want to look back on the most, and also hopefully like kind of send that good energy to you guys. In general, it's also a pretty busy weekend. I have some schoolwork, like presentations coming up next week, so I'm going to be working on those. And then Nick is actually selling his artwork for the first time at sort of like a local flea market on Sunday. And so we're prepping for that, trying to frame his prints, kind of like creating the little tags and cards, and just sort of generally prepping and like looking forward to that, which I think will be so fun. Definitely a little bit stressful because it's our first time, the both of us, setting something like that up. But I think it's like such a dream to be kind of involved in something like that, like a community event, and especially for him because he's trying to sort of sell more of his stuff. So other life updates, I never thought I would say this on my channel. Like, I can't believe I've become this person, but I just need to get over it. But I have started running. Like everyone else and their mom in 2025. Basically, I've been having over the past couple of months various small health things that are kind of still ongoing, but we're figuring them out. I'm going to the doctor and stuff, so it's like not that serious, but they're mostly related to like my lack of strength, especially my core and like my arms, which I realize like running isn't necessarily great for that, but in general I'm just like not working out enough, not moving my body enough. I don't know if any of you guys are really in the same boat, but basically I haven't worked out out or had like an exercise routine since maybe 2020, and really actively worked out since like literally middle school. This is so embarrassing, but I've just been like at a desk for the past 10 years of my life probably, and because I'm in my early 20s, I was like, this is fine, and then it's not fine anymore, and so I've started going on runs, and mostly for now I'm just walking, so like running for a little bit and then walking and then running again, because my stamina is very low, but it has been truly incredible. I noticed such a big difference in my mood, in my sleep, and in my body in terms of just feeling looser and just kind of like more energized and not as sore, not as tight, which is like the most logical thing, like that exercise would help your body feel good, but I'm learning it for the first time now, and I'm very happy to report that it's going well. So I think I'm going to keep running as well. And yeah, if you guys have any tips for a complete beginner, please let me know. Okay, I'm running late for lunch, so I think I'm going to stop yapping and head out. Let's go get some food.
Gets me almost every time in the midst of summer, watching it in full bloom always makes me wonder when we were just kids, bare feet on warm asphalt. Held our dreams within our hands. It happens every time, I wonder how. But I can see my life so clearly now. Dared ourselves away from home, further out each passing day. Gravel road towards the sea. I blink and I remember you and me. You and me. It happens every time, I wonder how. I can see my life so clearly now. I only miss you when I close my eyes. Yeah, I can see my life so clearly now.
Good morning, everyone. I am coming to you from my iPad because I'm in a little bit of a rush. Today is flea market day. It's finally D-Day. I'm about to leave and head to the cafe that it's being hosted at, which actually, basically how my boyfriend got involved with this is it's a cafe that we both really love, and we're close with the owner, and she kind of hosts these annual flea markets, and she invited Nick to participate because he's an artist and selling his stuff, but it is his first time ever selling his stuff like this, so it's kind of crazy. We've had a whirlwind of a week sort of trying to prep everything because other people are like small businesses in the area, and we're obviously not, and so just even grabbing like bags and stuff, which I actually have to do before I get there. I have to go grab bags at Daiso, but getting bags and like wrapping things and labels and all that stuff, like it's completely new to us, and so there's been a lot of like trial and error. Honestly, a decent amount of money sort of sunk into setting it up, and so yeah, we'll see how it goes. I think we're trying to think of it as like getting kind of his name out there, and also it's like a community event and like just so fun. Like we really love this cafe, and we've been to their flea markets before, and they're just super fun, like super cool seeing local independent businesses and stuff. So I'm excited, but also feeling chaotic and just like overwhelmed, and hopefully it goes well. And yeah, of course I also have like a presentation in 2 of my classes this next week, but I'm trying not to think about it. You know, take one day at a time. Obviously just doing my makeup, nothing's changed from my routine if anyone's curious. I use a brow pencil. This one's from Wake Make. I also have used one from Peri Para, I believe, that I really liked. And then using the Glossier Boy Brow, Glossier Stretch Concealer, my holy grail. Another holy grail, which is the Flea Lip Pudding Pot, Blurry Pudding Pot, and this is the shade Baby, which I really love. And then sunscreen is always the one from Round Lab. This is like went viral for good reason. And then my Stila eyeliner, which I swear by. For my lips, I'm almost always using the Romand lip tint in the shade Fig Fig. Also, if you guys can't tell, this is one of my sort of hyper-fixation outfits of late. I've really been enjoying it. It just feels so fall-esque to me, and it's really comfy. Kind of like a fleecy striped shirt that I got in Austin at Lo-Fi Vintage, and then just a tank top underneath. It's just so comfy, but it feels kind of put together, and I love it. I think that's the final look. I'm ready. I'm gonna pack my bags, gonna stop by Daiso, and then we're off to the cafe. Hello everyone, it's a lot later in the day. It's the evening now. Also, please forgive me for filming on different devices. The camera's a little annoying and I sometimes just want to film with my phone or iPad. Hopefully you guys don't mind too much. If it's frustrating, let me know and I'll take care of it. But we got back and it was such a fun day. Very tiring. I have so much respect for people who like own booths and like set up and talk to all those people and like sell your stuff. It's just hard to gauge when to interact with people or like just let them look and stuff, but it was such a fun day. We sold some good things and also I think just generally learned a lot about flea markets and sort of reading an audience and what people might want, and I think it was really good just to experience, and also just so nice to see all the other businesses and like get to know people, and I feel like that's always the best time. So anyways, I'm back home. Obviously it's the evening and I have school tomorrow, so I am just gonna chill now, probably watch something and just get cozy for bed. Tomorrow will be a pretty productive day. I have a lot of work to get done, so I'm excited. Not really, but at least excited to film it, and I'll see you then. Good morning. Made it to one of my favorite lunch spots. Just came back from school and spending the rest of the afternoon out, and it's officially kugma season, sweet potato season here. They have these at a lot of convenience stores, and one in my like closest subway station, and they are just so good. It's way cheaper probably to get them by yourself and actually like steam them and stuff, but something about those ovens that they have in the convenience stores makes them like so brown and just toasty and delicious. It's really one of the best parts about living in Seoul during the colder months. The weather's really cold today, but it's so beautiful. It feels like late fall, early winter, which I do think it's colder than usual for like the first week of November, but honestly, I'm not complaining. I love like crisp, sunny, cold weather. And I might even just like wear my puffer and go up to the roof and read for a little bit, make some tea and enjoy my sweet potato and just like spend some time up there, also because the sun's out and it sets pretty early now. But before that, I wanted to show you guys my new puffer. You might have seen it in the clip from this morning, but this is it. I got it from Uniqlo. I'll try to find the link down below, but this is like the first sort of like nice puffer that I got for myself that as an investment for the winter, which feels very big girl. I have two that I wore last winter, one that I thrifted for $30, and then one that my grandma got me as like a grad gift, and that one is really nice, but it's white, and oftentimes I feel like I just want to wear something a little darker, and also white like it's stained and stuff, and I just loved the print of this so much. I don't know if you can see, but it's like this kind of checkered plaid print, but it's so small that like it doesn't feel too like trendy, hopefully. I think it'll last a really long time, but it just feels a little bit more unique than like a standard black puffer, and it is down on the inside, so it's incredibly warm. I just love the fit of it. I think I'm wearing a size small, and yeah, if you guys are looking for like a new puffer for this season and like want one super durable and very lightweight, I'd highly recommend. I've worn it like 3 days now, out and about, and it just goes with everything. So easy to throw on the top of things. The one thing I will say is it doesn't come with a hood, so I'm a little nervous for like snow and stuff, but I do think I could just wear like a hoodie underneath or a hat or something and it should be fine. But yeah, it's sort of like my biggest investment purchase of late, and I'm so happy with it. So yeah. Okay, I'm gonna try making some ginger tea now and hopefully see you guys on the roof. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to another sunny late fall day here in Seoul. Just having a bit of water and some breakfast. I have oatmeal in my bowl with a bit of cinnamon, and then I got these like really nice mixed nuts, so I just put that on top. My trusty Trader Joe's granola. I'd usually put some fruit in it, but since I didn't have anything that really goes with oatmeal, I just have half an orange on the side. I woke up feeling just like in a bit of a funk today. Woke up like an hour earlier than I usually do and was just kind of like tossing and turning, which is always so odd when that happens. Like I feel like I'm more used to not being able to sleep at night than waking up early and feeling sort of like anxious or having racing thoughts. But you know, life has a way of making you experience things that you didn't realize you could experience. But something I've been trying to really put into practice lately is the idea that just as you can spiral down, you can also spiral up. And what I mean by that is like, I feel like, you know, when you're in a bad headspace, a lot of the time it's like sort of one negative thought after the other, or sort of like one bad habit or like tendency after the other, and then you just kind of feel more and more shit about yourself as time goes on. what's been really helping me lately is to remember that you can also go the other way, which is that you can start with one sort of thing that's good for you or one sort of thing that feels hard, but you know will make you feel better. And then that usually motivates the next thing until you get to a place where you feel a lot better than you did. For example, for me this morning. And so instead of trying to let like the sort of negative energy of how I woke up affect me too much, I'm trying to get up, make breakfast, I'm watching like a comfort YouTuber, and then I think I'm going to head out pretty soon for, guys, this is so crazy, I can't believe I'm saying this, a run. If you know me in real life, like I hate exercise, but I'm really trying to reframe this narrative because I used to really like sports and stuff when I was little, but my real motivating factor is that we might have to move out of this house soon because they're redeveloping the area, and I'm so lucky we live like a 5-minute walk from the best like curated walking, running, biking path. There are decent paths like that in Seoul next to like streams and rivers and stuff, but I feel so lucky and I really want to make the most of it. So yeah, I'm gonna eat this, go on my little runny run. By the way, I don't know if I've ever mentioned this on my channel, but it feels like right to say and important to say. Basically, when I talk about feeling more anxious or racing thoughts or whatever, a lot of my sort of anxiety and stress manifests as specifically health anxiety. It's incredibly specific, but it's so strange. Like I could be stressed about work or something, but my brain does not process it as stress about work. It stresses about like a possible thing that could be happening to my body that I don't know about, or like a disease I have or whatever. Luckily, I feel like over the past year or two, I've really come to realize that this is a pattern and I'm trying to tackle it as best as possible, while also accepting that that's just like a part of who I am. But I just wanted to say that because I think for a long time I felt kind of like scared of admitting that or almost ashamed of it. But I know a lot of people feel different anxieties, different stressors, and also different ways of like processing those stressors. And if any of you guys are in the same boat specifically with health anxiety or just like general anxiousness or whatever, I would love any of your advice and tips because yeah, one of my main goals for the rest of this year is to sort of really focus on feeling better about this, and I don't want to put too much pressure on myself to fix it or anything or get rid of it. I'm trying to be more accepting and to develop more tactics not to like go on that downward spiral that I mentioned earlier, that can feel so easy sometimes. Yeah, I think I'm also gonna like try talking to someone about it, hopefully later this month. I've been pushing it off because like telehealth counseling is so gnarly and daunting. Like why do they recommend you like 10 people and then you have to like go through all of their bios and stuff? But I do think it'll be really nice to talk to like a professional, get some therapy and just learn more about why I might feel this way, how I can make it work for me, etc. Yeah, I think it's taken me a while to like accept this part of myself, come to terms with it, even talk about it on this channel. Like this feels pretty daunting, but I know this is just a part of life. It's like a part of a lot of people's lives, dealing with, you know, things that you don't necessarily want to deal with. And also at this point with the state of the world, I'm like, honestly, how is anyone not dealing with a lot of emotional weight and just sort of like weird expressions of stress, anxiety, uncertainty, whatever. I feel like in my personal life too, the times where I am more open about it, it feels so good and like really helps me deepen my relationships with people. And I feel like almost everyone is dealing with something. And so to share that for a moment feels so good. And so hopefully, yeah, if any of you guys are struggling with anything, just know that we're all in this together. And with that slight detour of my morning, I'm gonna finish breakfast and get out. Made myself lunch. This is a kalguksu ramen and some kimchi from our neighbor downstairs. Gonna sit and read or watch something and enjoy. afternoon, everyone. I'm coming to you from my boyfriend's apartment. About to run out and meet Nathan from Nathan's Nook, so I'm super excited. But yesterday I spent the day celebrating one of my good friend's birthdays. We went to Namsan and like saw the fall foliage, and then ended up getting some really good sushi for dinner at a place called Sushi Nova. They do like American style rolls as well, and it was really, really delish. I also wanted to mention, I'll probably go into this in a little bit more detail later, but I did have my first therapy session on Friday before that, and it was overall just like such a lovely experience. I think I'm gonna continue it, and hopefully it'll be good for me. And yeah, it just felt really nice to have a space to kind of formally address my sort of thoughts, concerns, and like, you know, actually work on my mental health and just like take it a little bit more seriously, but then also just have a bit more guidance from someone I think is always really helpful. And I was quite nervous going into it, like starting the meeting, but the person I chose ended up being so nice, and she really helped me kind of think through like even just surface level stuff. I feel like we went into a lot in an hour-long session. So if anyone is trying to start therapy, this is not a BetterHelp ad. Oh my god. Just know that I am in the same boat, and it was actually really positive for me, at least in this first experience. So yeah. Before I leave, I'm also wearing a new sweater from Uniqlo. I think I showed you guys my Uniqlo puffer, but this is a 100% lamb's wool sweater. It's part of the Uniqlo C collection, I believe, with like the La Mer designers. It has like this like ribbed design, which is so cool. And when I saw my friend yesterday, she actually asked me if it was a vintage sweater, which is so perfect. I feel like it feels like so lived in and so high quality, even though it's new. And like I mentioned, it is 100% wool. I'll try and find it and link it down below. In Korea, it was 49,000 won, which is roughly like $30 something, but I think it might be a little bit more expensive than that in the US. But I'll try to find it because I'm obsessed with it. It's like such a comfy sweater with a great fit. I'm wearing a size small. And yeah, I think those are all the updates for now. I'm gonna go see Nathan. We're going to Polly, which is one of my favorite cafes in the Hapjeong area. Excited to catch up. Let's go.
Nathan, coffee. He's reading Mishi.